time being there, so I thought, why not vlog the whole experience? First thing, two random things happened to me this morning, or all week I should say. I've been getting so many signs and symbols from my guides, just encouraging me that everything's going to be fine for today. This morning I woke up at 2:22 in the morning exactly, you know, I went to go check my phone, and then just now I woke up at 5:11, and you guys would probably know 11s are my spiritual numbers. I see them everywhere, 9/11 in particular, but anything 11, so it'd be 3/11, 4/11, 5/11. I always feel like that is change, and it means that my guides are trying to get me to notice something. The other thing is I've been seeing it every single time, 11 everywhere. I went the other day to Double Bay and I saw 11 on a motorbike as I'm getting there. So it's all these weird signs, and I feel like it's really just setting the stage for what is to come. I'm so tired. So I've been really into Korean skincare lately, and it really has changed my skin. You're seeing this like snail motion stuff everywhere. This is now my official makeup tutorial. Guys, I need to tell you a story. So yesterday afternoon, like after work, I quickly went into the Mind Body Spirit because I'm just not going to get time this time around. I'm going to be working. And I really need to go say hello to a couple of people. One, I had Leonie, who is in my class. Two, my teacher for psychic classes. I'm building and learning so much about the industry, but also about how to trust my own guides and feelings. So I owe a lot of my teachings. I've only been to a couple of classes so far. Two, the pin-up psychic lady, she was actually the one who I had a reading with, who told me that I should go into the reader room. She gave me the contact. I feel like if it wasn't for her, I really wouldn't be where I am today. And I wanted to get a reading as well because, you know, it is really hard as a reader to read your own reading because you're just a little bit biased, and this is where it gets really, really crazy. Anyway, I got to the show, and the first thing I did was I went and had a look at where I would be today for the reading room, and I really just saw my name on the wall, so that really cemented to me that today was really actually happening. As I turned around the corner, I found Leonie, so I went and said hi to Leonie. She was doing really well. It was obviously Friday, so today is the busiest day of the whole event. I went to go and see also the pin-up lady, but they're so popular that they always have clients to kind of wait around and kind of get in as they're like transitioning through a client. In the meantime, I went and got a reading. Now this is where it gets absolutely crazy. I went into the tent where Rhonda's readings are, and I went with a lady who I've never been read before. Her name was Tinkerbell, but she was in a tent with Rhonda, and I have had many readings with Rhonda. I think she's brilliant. As soon as I sat down, Tinkerbell says to me, "I don't know why you're getting a reading, you should be doing the readings." Said that my mediumship skills will be something that is going to be highly developed. So I literally can't talk in this, sorry. So yeah, then I finally went and saw Psychic Pin-Up Lady. I went and bought a little crystal for her for friendship. Yeah, I'm really glad that I did that, and I really appreciate everything that she did for me. So yeah, that is the official, unofficial makeup routine. I have to talk reasonably quietly because everyone is asleep and I'm just this crazy person that's awake at like 6:20 in the morning. I forgot to even film this, but I made my coffee and I wanted to kind of show you what I will be bringing to the Mind Body Spirit Festival. But basically this is going to be the cloth that goes underneath or on top of my desk. Amethyst crystal, a timer. This is I think it's called Libyan Egyptian glass. Basically on par with Moldavite, but it is less chaotic. Business cards, the answers you seek closer than you think. Schedule your reading today. Selenite to cleanse myself after each reading and calling my energy back to me. What I use to actually do all of my charm casts. So I actually have my charm mats here as well, which are right here. So I'll get the client to pick, and I have all of those charms here. These are just various little crystals that I've kept that will sit on top of all of these tarot cards. Like, look at the pictures on that, they're just so lively. Oh, and I forgot, so this is actually sparkle, so I'm going to spray that on all of these. Yeah, I think that is mainly everything that I'll be bringing along. I have no idea how big my little table is going to be when I get there. In the meantime, I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I don't want to overly take too much stuff, and it's all tools that I use anyway, and all the tools that I use in my personal readings. Which reminds me, if you guys want to get a personal reading, make sure to visit the link in my bio. I have 15-minute, 30-minute reads, and I do even do email readings at this time of recording. So yeah, go and check that out if you'd like your own reading from me. I'm still in my PJs, lol. I'm going to be putting on my fake nails. They'll last probably all of 2 days, but I like pick them all off. I haven't got dressed yet, but at least my nails are done. So my cousin has kindly lent me her sports bag, which is really cute, so I'm going to be able to fit everything in there. So my bag is now sorted. Now, I've been saying this like 5 million times, but I really need to get dressed, but Al is still asleep in the room. I'm just doing everything really quietly. Alright, welcome back to my room. Al has finally gotten out of bed, so I can start getting ready. This is what I was thinking of wearing. It's this Motel Rocks dress, and then I kind of have this little like shawl cardigan. And this is the final look.
I really like your body. I really like your body. I really wanna get naughty. I think you're such a hottie. Slow dancing in the party. Oh yes, we're making money. Let's go.
Oh my god, it's so windy outside. Feeling really good. I feel like it's gonna be so exciting. I'm not nervous, which is like kind of weird. This is my first MBS festival, and hopefully there's many more to come after this. This is probably the first time I've done more than 10 people in a row. I have done 10 people in a row before, but they were pretty much like 10-minute readings, so these are 25 in a row. So I imagine I'm gonna be incredibly exhausted after this. It's empty in here right now. I'm sweating. Here we go. Still very early in the morning. We're gonna head on down to the reading room and grab my lanyard and then set up my desk. I've never seen it this empty. It's crazy. Guys, check this out. And I've got my schedule here, where everyone sort of sits and then they wait to be called to go into the room. Cute. This is my desk. And number 3. And here's the finished look. It's not much, but it'll do. And then I've got a name badge as well, which is really exciting.
In 5 minutes.
Oh, it's all happening now.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, it is officially 12:30 and checking in. I've had reading after reading after reading, and they've been so amazing, so I'm so fabulously I'm so happy that people are coming through.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, that officially wraps up day 1 of the Mind Body Spirit, and holy shit, I am absolutely pooped. I didn't even get a chance to film my second break. For someone who thought I wasn't even going to get booked out at all, I got 14 readings all back to back, and one person even recognized me from TikTok, which was really cool. So shout out to you, Pippa. Shout out to you, Pippa. Hopefully you're watching this vlog. It was just such a beautiful day, so excited to see what day 2 has in store. Good morning guys, it is day 2 of the MBS Festival. I'm currently sitting in the middle of Town Hall Station, just having a coffee and decompressing, I guess, before we get into day 2. Yesterday was unreal. The energy was crazy. I was so surprised I got booked out. Really hoping the same happens today. Everyone that was in the psychic room were incredibly lovely and nice. I almost like want to get reading for myself from all of these people. So highly recommend, if you've never been to an MBS festival before, don't disregard the reader room, because there are some beautiful people in there as well. So yeah, I'm keen to see how today it turns out, and I might do a full debrief at the end, we'll see. Anyway, you might not get any walking videos from me for now just because it's raining and it's just a little bit hard to film inside, but I will try and get my break. So chat to you soon. Hello angels, welcome back. It is a couple of days after the MBS festival ended and I realized I didn't really end day 2 of this vlog just because it was so full on. By the end of it I was absolutely drained, but I did want to recap a couple of things that happened throughout the show. One of the craziest stories that happened to me as I was there, basically just to set the scene, this happened on day 2. I sat down and had a lovely old man in his 60s sit down with me. You know, he was very grounded, he had a very beautiful energy about him, and basically as I was shuffling the cards as normal, I had the very faintest image of a giraffe in my head. It was really weird. It felt like it was like at the very back of my head. Initially I thought it was like a toy giraffe, but it was so minor, I just didn't really think of it. I thought, you know, there's so much going on at the show, it's just energy buzzing around everywhere. I just kind of let that go and continued on with the reading. As I continue on with the reading, I'm shuffling more cards, and so when I got to about 10 minutes left to go, that image of the giraffe popped up again in my head, and it was almost like saying, don't forget about this, like you need to say something. And so I wasn't going to do it initially, but then I looked at the man in front of me and I said, this is going to sound really weird, like really, really weird. But I keep seeing an image of a giraffe in my head. Like I've got this little giraffe. Does that mean anything to you? Is there a reference to a giraffe that you know about? And I kid you not, this man, he just leans back in his chair and does the biggest belly laugh. And I was like, oh my God, like what's going on? And he said, it's so funny that you mentioned that, because basically he worked for the train system, but he built very specialized cages. But he said he had built a very specialized cage for a giraffe, and so the giraffe reference made so much sense to him, and I just literally got so many goosebumps. I was so glad that I said that and it resonated, because I was second guessing it myself. It just felt like the weirdest symbol and image to pop into my head. But I guess it's just confirmation that spirit knows best, and you shouldn't like second guess the messages that come through to you. So that's where I'm gonna end this vlog. Stay tuned as there will be more coming out very soon. Bye for now.